Hi guys, welcome back to my mom's recipe box. Today we have a comforting dish for you because we're kind of sad here today because last week we lost our precious puppy Rafe. He was 11 years old and he was the light of our lives. And we really miss him, so we want to make something that's comforting and warm and hearty and easy, you know, just to kind of remember him, okay? So everybody in our family loves pasta, including Rafe. So we're gonna make a little pasta dish, but we're gonna make a spin on it. So we're gonna take some ravioli here, some frozen ravioli, and we're gonna make it into a pie, okay? We're gonna use some spinach, we're gonna use some mozzarella cheese, and we're gonna make a pie crust out of Bisquick, eggs, milk, and a mixture of Parmesan cheese and garlic, okay? And it's gonna really be tasty, it's gonna be easy, and most of all, it's gonna remind us of how much our puppy loved to eat pasta, okay? So I'm gonna preheat the oven first thing, 400 degrees. Oh, I almost never remembered to do this. So there we go. So get your ovens preheated, and then when we come back, we're gonna put this pie together, okay? Welcome back, guys. Okay, let's put this pie together. So I have my pie pan here, and this is a deep dish pie pan. You want to get a deep dish if you can. Otherwise, you might not be able to do the layers, okay? So I've spread a little bit of olive oil on the bottom of my pie pan. You can use cooking spray. You can use vegetable shortening, solid part. You know, whatever you want to do is fine. And we're going to take our frozen ravioli. These are minis. You can use refrigerated ravioli if you want. You can use the bigger raviolis if you want. Whatever you want to do is perfectly fine. So we're just going to layer our raviolis in the bottom of our pie pan like this. Of course, your hands are very, very clean. Okay, we're just going to go like this, all right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our spinach here. This is fresh spinach. You can probably use frozen. I'm sure it'll work fine. Just going to spread that in there. You don't have to chop it. It cooks down nice. You know, I like getting a bite of spinach, you know, when I have my pasta. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to take a little Italian seasoning. You can use your favorite kind. Just a little sprinkle right over the top like that. Next thing we're going to put on is some pasta sauce. Use your favorite. If you make your own pasta sauce, that's great. I have a recipe in my mom's recipe box channel for making your own pasta sauce. This is pasta sauce out of a jar, which is fine. And you're just going to pour about a cup, okay? About a cup in here, just like that, okay? Give or take, you know, we're not measuring. And then we're going to take our mozzarella cheese. Now, all together, I'm using about a cup and a half of mozzarella cheese. So about half of that is going to go in this layer. All right, so just like that. See, doesn't that look nice? Red and green for Christmas. How about that? Okay, I'm just going to use a little bit more here. And maybe just a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to take the remaining ravioli. Just going to sprinkle them over here. And don't worry, you know, frozen ravioli, a lot of times it sticks to each other in the box. Who cares? There we go. Just put that in there. And like I said, fresh ravioli will also work here. Now the dry ravioli, it might work here. It's certainly going to cook long enough, but I don't know, there might not be enough moisture in the pie for the dry ravioli. So I'm not going to say go ahead and use it because I really don't know. Okay, how about a little bit more spinach? Okay, there we go. Just like that. All together, that might have been about 2 cups of spinach. Use however much or as little as you want. Babe, you got a cat coming behind you. Okay, and then pour a little bit more pasta sauce here. And how about some more cheese? Okay. The cameraman is fighting with one of our cats because there's cheese up here. I'm just going to go ahead and use the rest of the cheese. So like I said, all together about 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese. And again, you can use an Italian cheese blend if you want. You can actually use any kind of cheese you like. This is your pie, okay? All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the pie crust part, okay? And the cool thing about this is we're going to put the pie crust batter on top of this, and then as it bakes, it's going to sink to the bottom and make a crust. Isn't that incredible? So when we come back, we're putting the pie crust together. Okay, hi guys, welcome back. So now we're going to get ready to make the crust for our ravioli pie, okay? So this is really easy. Come on down here. And I have lined up my ingredients for the crust, okay? So the first thing I've got here is 2 eggs, and I'm going to beat them gently with a fork. Just get them kind of mixed up. Okay, and these go in. Next thing I have, I'll beat those up a little more. There we go. The next thing I have is 1 cup of milk. This is almond milk. You can use any kind of milk. I wouldn't use any kind of sweetened type milk. That's going to taste weird. But whole milk, skim milk, almond milk, soy milk, whatever. Okay, I'm going to give that a mix. And then in here I have 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese and about 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. And that's going to go in. Okay. So it's going to all go in. Okay. Next thing I have is about 1 teaspoon of olive oil. That looks about right. And the last thing I have here is 1/2 cup of Bisquick. You can use any kind of baking mix, pancake mix, you know, any kind of brand of baking mix. Okay. All right, put that in there. And then we're just going to stir this with a fork. Get all the lumps and the dry bits. Get that all incorporated. Okay, as you can see, this is pretty thin, right? So this is going to easily go through our ravioli pie. There we go. Now, if you want to add more spices to this, if you want to add maybe more Italian seasoning, maybe some basil, oregano, pepper, whatever you want to do, that'll work fine. Okay, so now we're going to take this and we're going to come over here to the pie pan and we're just going to pour this over our pie. Okay, just like this. There we go. There we go. Okay, now guys, this is ready to go into the oven. So we're going to get a pan and we're going to put a piece of parchment on it because just in case this pie runs over, we don't want our oven to be a mess. Okay, if any of you out there have ever had to scrub the inside of your oven, you know exactly why we're taking these precautions. So we're going to take our pie, we're going to put it on the baking sheet with our best friend parchment paper. And then this is going to go in the oven 400 degrees for about 35 minutes, okay? So let's get that in the oven. And there we go. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's time to taste this lovely ravioli pie. I don't know if you can see the layers there.
Look at those layers.
Of ravioli and spinach. This ended up being in the oven about 50 to 55 minutes before the top got nice and golden brown. And then we let it sit for a little while before we cut it. If you give it 5 to 10 minutes, once you take it out of the oven, it should be set and ready to cut, okay? So now...
The smell is delicious.
Tasting time. Okay, yeah, you can really cut in. You can see the ravioli and the spinach.
It's so good.
It's good.
The flavors really pop. Got nice spinach and cheese.
It has a nice garlicky crust,
Mm-hmm.
which is quite good.
Mm.
So guys,
Mm-hmm.
this is an easy pie to make. Tastes really good. I'm guessing you probably have leftovers, especially since we're not, eating together right now. This makes a great leftover meal the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Have it with a nice salad, nice loaf of bread, and you're good to go, okay? Thank you so much for joining us today on My Mom's Recipe Box. We're really so happy that you dropped by to see us.
Mm-hmm.
If you like this recipe, please give us a like, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Share it if you'd like to.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't already, we would love it if you subscribe to the channel, okay? Because we have
Absolutely.
new recipes coming every week.
Every week.
And since it's December right now, we're probably going to be leaning towards the sweet side from now until the end of the
Holiday
year.
treats.
Always a plus, right? So take good care. Stay safe. Stay well.
Safe.
And we'll see you next week on My Mom's Recipe Box.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.